Hello and welcome in. Adam here, the Orlando drummer. Good to see you, and thank you for stopping in to another drum lesson. So guys, before we get started on today's badass 30-second no chop, I wanted to tell you about something that I'm extremely proud of that I've been working on for about the past 6 months. With the help of my main sound engineer, Joe Hodgen, and my web designer, Scotty Walters, we have come up with a killer new version of OrlandoDrummer.com, which is officially live. Now, there's a bunch of cool new functions of the website, but I don't want to tell you about that here because there's videos on the site that explain all of the new features. But what you should know is that we've got about 10 hours of education that just hit the library, including 8 new masterclasses and 2 new lesson packs, which have been highly requested. And of course, my man Joe Hodgen has been cranking out practice loops like crazy. So we just added 12 new practice loops to the library. Trust me, you will find something you like. So, advertisement complete, let's hop on to today's lesson. If we're talking about 30-second notes, we have 32 notes to work with. And I don't want to teach this as just one long 32-note pattern, because that's not going to be very helpful. Let's break this down by the beat. In beat 1, well, in 30-second notes, we know that we have 8 notes per beat. So those 8 notes are going to be played as right, left, kick, kick, right, kick. The orchestration is incredibly simple. We're just doing kind of a walk down the drum set. So the right, left will be played as right on the snare, left on your rack tom, right, left down on your floor tom. Then we have kick, kick, right, kick, and that right hand is just going to come back to the snare. Now we could play these 8 notes as 30-second notes and then we would just rest for beats 2, 3, and 4. But that's going to get kind of monotonous because you're resting for 75% of the exercise. So I say we cut this in half and treat those 8 notes as 16th notes. So right, left, kick, kick, right, kick will be played as 1 E and a, 2 E and a, and we're just going to rest on the downbeats of 3 and 4. I think it's a really smart way to get this linear pattern down. Let's go ahead and try this at 60, 90, and 120 beats per minute. And we're on to the next segment of our big 30-second note fill. For this section, I just want us to look at beats 2 and 3 of that 30-second note fill. Now, beats 2 and 3 equals a total of 16 notes, right? We've got 8 notes per beat, working with 2 beats. So the 16 notes that we're going to be playing are made up of a really common linear pattern. That linear pattern is right, left, kick, kick, right, left, kick, kick, right, left. So I'm assuming that that linear pattern isn't going to give a ton of you too much trouble. But there is an interesting orchestration that I wanted to make sure we covered in this lesson. Instead of playing the right, lefts as, you know, a walk down the kit like we did in the earlier examples, I want you to do something just a little different. I want you to play the first right on the snare, the next left up on your rack tom, then a right on the floor tom, but that last left hand, I want you to bring it over to the hat. This has this really cool aesthetic, ninja kind of vibe to it, and I really like how this looks at higher speeds. So let's treat these 16 notes as a 16th note fill, and we'll play this exact pattern with the orchestration you can see on the screen. We'll try it at 60, 90, and 120. the last thing we have to learn before we can glue all of these parts together into our big, badass 30-second note fill is really just beat 4 of that 30-second note fill. But what's so interesting about beat 4 of this fill is that it's a mirrored version of beat 1. Beat 1, our linear pattern was right, left, kick, kick, right, kick. Well, in beat 4, it's just flipped. Kick, kick, right, left. And the coolest thing is that all the orchestrations are exactly the same. Now, we're going to do this just like we did exercise number 1. I want you to treat these 8 notes as 16th notes. But because we're learning the end of a fill and not the beginning of a fill, I want you to rest on the downbeats of 1 and 2, and on the downbeat of 3, 4 E and A will be played as kick, kick, right, left. Let's try this out at 60, 90, and 120, and then we're ready to glue everything together. And finally, we're ready to glue everything together. But guys, I can't tell you how strongly I feel about there being no magic trick to this. There is no secret. This is just a bunch of linear patterns that we're smashing together, right? I almost perceive this stuff as like learning a phone number. How do you learn a phone number? Well, you just memorize the first 3 numbers, and then you look in the next 3 numbers, and then the last 4 numbers. This is the same exact thing. So if you try to glue all of these together and you get to a certain spot of the fill where something falls apart, all that means is that you've got to go back and find what that linear pattern is and just spend some time there internalizing that pattern. If you really do have all of these individual patterns internalized, gluing this together should be really, really easy. We're going to give this a shot at 60, 70, and 80 beats per minute, but I wanted to tell you guys too that anything over like 85 beats per minute just kind of sounds ridiculous. I think 80 beats per minute is a really good home tempo for this fill, and I would make that a long-term goal for anyone who really, really wants to get this chopped down. Let's give it a shot, 60, 70, 80 BPM. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It is very, very much appreciated. I hope to see you on the brand new OrlandoDrummer.com, where we are dropping content every single week, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the support you have shown. It is so, so much appreciated. I will see you on the site and in the next lesson. Later.